So before I jump into the content, before I start talking about this interesting scenarios which I prepared for you guys in this video, please do me a favor and destroy that like button. And to those individuals watching this for the first time, to hit that subscribe button. Thank you very much. Now, first thing first, looking at this price action in a 4-hour time frame, you can see Bitcoin right now is forming a bullish continuation pattern known as descending broadening wedge. Descending broadening wedge in most of the cases has resulted in a bullish continuation, but in our case, I showed you, despite this being a bullish continuation pattern, wait until 0.5.618 Fibonacci line gets broken. Otherwise, despite this being a bullish continuation pattern, despite Bitcoin forming higher lows, it could still fake out, and price after that could be heading towards the liquidate the over average longs, and only after that a reversal in this manner. So what I'm trying to show you here is that despite this being a bullish continuation pattern, I still suggest you to wait until this 0.5.618 Fibonacci line to get broken before looking for any long opportunity. Otherwise, after a move like this, it could still fake out. So please be aware. Despite Bitcoin looking like forming another bullish continuation pattern, I still want you to be aware and wait until this 0.5.618 Fibonacci line to be broken before looking for any long opportunity. I mean, despite this being another bullish continuation pattern here in a 4-hour time frame, a descending channel where the upper trend line acts as resistance and lower trend line acts as support. So in our case, if this here results in another bullish continuation, first, what must the price do? The price must overcome the resistance which is holding us around 116,000. If we flip the resistance around 116,000 into support, then we will be following another bullish continuation which might look somehow like this. Bitcoin starting with another rally, another new all-time high. But as long as we remain below this key trend line, below 116,000, despite this being another bullish continuation pattern, we must be careful, because I don't want you guys to fall for any kind of trap. I mean, yes, Bitcoin is following this bullish continuation pattern known as descending broadening wedge. Bitcoin is following another bullish continuation pattern known as descending channel, and parallelly it is also following a symmetrical triangle type of formation during downtrend. But just like what I showed you here, if we break out of this 116,000 resistance, the 0.5.618 Fibonacci resistance, then even this symmetrical triangle will be resulting in a bullish continuation. Otherwise, we could still fake out. Yes, guys, symmetrical triangle bias is neutral. Bullish when upper trend line gets broken, bearish when lower trend line gets broken. So if we want to turn this into a bullish continuation pattern, then we have to break out of this 0.5.618 Fibonacci line, because by doing that, we know it is going to favor the longs. But if we fail to do that, if Bitcoin fails to break out of this key line of resistance, fails to break out of this 0.5.61 Fibonacci line, despite this being a bullish continuation pattern, we must prepare ourselves for a continuation which might look somehow like this. I mean, Bitcoin coming for another retest in this manner before choosing a direction. So to avoid a bearish continuation, Bitcoin must break out of this 0.5.618 Fibonacci line, because parallelly, if we look at this price action using our leading indicator, this is one of the most important indicator which we have at the moment. I mean, for the month of August, this is our leading indicator which is giving us information beforehand, and according to this leading indicator, Bitcoin fails to overcome the resistance which you have around this 0.5.61 Fibonacci line, and also fails to come across this CPR trend line, the top central and the bottom CPR trend line. In that case, you know, this will be looked as a bearish continuation pattern, and Bitcoin for the month of August could head towards the first bearish target, which is around $106,000. Yes, guys, if we fail to overcome this resistance into proper support, the Fibonacci resistance, the CPR trend line resistance, then despite this being an ascending CPR, first we must prepare ourselves for a continuation towards this S1 line, and only after that a continuation which might look somehow like this. So that's why do not over leverage yourself, because at the moment Bitcoin is also about to face resistance from this Williams alligator indicator. This is about to form a bearish cross. You can see green line at the top, blue line at the bottom happens during uptrend, but blue line at the top, green line at the bottom happens during downtrend. So in our case, we are about to form a bearish cross. So that's why I'm warning you guys, unless we break out of this 116,000 resistance into support, please do not over leverage sell, because this is also turning bearish. So we don't want it to be a bearish continuation pattern. That's why if we remain above this key trend line, then despite this about to form a bearish crossover, it could start coiling up like this, preparing ourselves for another bullish continuation, right? But if we fail to regain our strength above 116,000, then the same trend line which during uptrend acts as support, you can see the trend line which during uptrend acts as support will be acting as resistance. So that's why, that's exactly what we want to avoid. So please be careful and not to over leverage the sell, because if the worst case starts playing out, I mean, if Bitcoin starts breaking the lower band, if Bitcoin fails to regain its trend above this CPI trend line, fails to regain its trend above this Fibonacci line, in that case, we must look this as a continuation pattern, a bearish continuation pattern, which is also lining up parallelly known as bump and run reversal top. And according to this bump and run reversal top, the phase in which we find ourselves at the moment is a run phase. And if we look to the downside, run phase looks usually like this. So to avoid all of this bearish continuation pattern, Bitcoin must regain its trend above the CPI trend line and regain its trend above this 0.5.618 Fibonacci line. So guys, please be aware and not to over leverage sell, because we are expecting Bitcoin to be very, very volatile in the upcoming days as well. So these were some of the quick updates that I wanted to share with you in this video. If you enjoyed my work, then please do not hesitate to destroy that like button, and to those individuals watching this for the first time, to hit that subscribe button. And by saying this, I'm signing out until next time. Bye bye.